Now, we all know Disney puts out all kinds of wholesome movies with or without messages in them nowadays, but this is definitely not wholesome. This is Alice Madness Returns, the sequel to the original American McGee's Alice that came out in 2000. Now, this game came out in 2011, and on current hardware, it looks absolutely phenomenal. What is this game? Well, this is an action platformer with exploration that is a complete break from the norm because it is literally a Victorian age 13-year-old angry girl simulator. In the game, you are playing the character of Alice Liddell. That's right, this is Alice in Wonderland, except Wonderland has kind of gone to heck in a handbasket, and your job is to figure out what is happening. This is actually a second game in the Alice series. It's supposed to have been a trilogy, but that trilogy was cancelled, so only this game exists. Now, you do have a bit of platforming in this game, exploring and action. Also, there is an absolutely very creepy and weird story woven into the game, but as you can tell, it matches the environment. And no, you're not in the beautiful, pretty Wonderland the whole time. The Wonderland gets very dark, and that's where your mature rating comes from. Let's check out how you find your first weapon.
Always ready for service.
I've not come back here looking for a fight.
Really? That's a pity. One's certainly looking for you.
Now, if that voice sounded familiar, that is the voice of Roger Jackson. Of course, the voice from the Scream movies on the telephone. And here's one of the typical enemies. Again, guys, this is only the first 10 minutes of the playthrough. I didn't want to do any more because it will spoil it. But as you can tell, even the enemies are creepy. You have your rapid dashes, double jumps, and lots of slashing. You can play it with a keyboard and mouse or with a controller, but either way, you get more weapons along the way. Here, you get a pepper grinder. What is the pepper grinder? Well, remember Jesse Ventura in Predator? Yeah, literally, you are Jesse Ventura in Wonderland with a automatic minigun that shoots pepper. There is a lot of humor in this game. A lot of creepiness, a lot of weirdness, and the music score and the voice acting is amazing. Now, how do you fit through a hole that is too small? Well, you got to shrink yourself. And Alice does get a whole bunch of powers, such as shrinking.
I've been down this road before. Good things in small packages?
Though lacking a bathing costume, a plunge in that pool is in order.
That cat will give you creepy nightmares, so yeah, don't show this game to your kids.
My God, I'm shrinking in this potion. Shall I disappear?
Almost. But the upside is that while smaller, you can see things that are nearly invisible to your bigger self.
Ah, I get it, quite. Forests for the trees, just the other way round. Short-sighted is more than a matter of perspective.
So shrinking, double jumping, and stabbing things with your blade are ways to go in this weird and very creepy world. The levels are linear, but with the amount of detail and design put into them, you really don't feel the linear nature of it. You're too busy trying to figure out what sort of edibles you may have ingested because everything is so weird and freaky, like these giant slugs. For those who played High on Life from the creator of Rick and Morty, this game may seem similar, but whereas the High on Life game goes into outrageous humor, the humor is still present here, except it is much darker and far more twisted. Yes, as a matter of fact, you are literally playing a mental simulator of a drugged out, gothic teenage girl with a sharp knife in a world that has gone completely to hell, and you've got the score to support you on that. Now, on the modern video cards, it runs great, and best of all, this is the selling point, you can get it for free on EA Play on Xbox Game Pass, but I do recommend it running it on your PC with graphics to the max. Plasma 1945 out.